Hi everyone, my name is Maribel. I'm the counselor here at Merced Adult School, and this week we're going to talk about appreciation and how it goes a long way. Have you ever lost something or someone only to realize how much you appreciate it once it's gone? This could have been a friend, a partner, a lover, a family member. It could have been maybe your job, your career, because of maybe you didn't have good health, mental health, and physical health. You tend to have this guilt of I wish I should have done this, should have done that, should have spent more time with this person, if they passed away, or, given them more attention, not taking them for granted. Sometimes we pursue our dreams and goals, and we tend to focus on where we headed, so focused on where we're headed that we forget to appreciate where we are and who is there for us and with us. It really impacts relationships and how we feel about ourselves, but it also can affect in a business place productivity. Did you know that 64% of people, and this is some research, leave their jobs because they don't feel appreciated, valued, or important? It's a lot. That's more than half. And it's about appreciating people, not for what they do, but for who they are. And I think I want to distinguish that between recognition. You can recognize people for their accomplishments, but when you appreciate people for who they are instead of what they can offer you, it's a huge difference. When you actually acknowledge them and say, how's your day going? How you doing? It's not recognizing the results in their performance, but you're appreciating people for who they are. So people tend to be more productive and will accomplish actually even as 5 times more. That's crazy. So yeah, I think that's a good investment to learn how to appreciate. So when you're able to focus and on people, not on just what they do, and you care for them and show them appreciation, they're more motivated and more committed. They don't feel taken for granted, and it shows you're actually paying attention. And this is in any relationship, whether it's personal or whether it's professional. So if you don't want to have any regrets, let's learn how to appreciate those we are invested in and that we care for, whether it's professionally or personally. It's good to appreciate our relationships. And keep in mind that when you do this, it makes you a great leader. These are a quality of a good leader when they're able to acknowledge and appreciate their team. Whether it's in a family unit, whether it's in a relationship, you're modeling that. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you some examples, quick examples and some more thorough examples on what you can do within relationships, personal or professional. Some will only apply for maybe significant others, but that mostly will apply to both. And think of it in a work setting or an even personal setting with friends or your significant others. So here we go. These are more of a significant others, but like I say, you can apply it anywhere. So saying great things to friends and family or other coworkers in front of them. Sometimes you don't feel seen, and sometimes it's so nice to be recognized in front of others or just appreciated in front of the people you care about. I know if my partner says some great things in front of me with, some of his friends or some of my friends, it feels good. So just say some great things about your team member or about your partner. Telling your partner or your team how lucky you feel to have them. I mean, feeling lucky makes you feel special. Like if you're like, I feel so lucky to have you, like, oh, like they feel like they're unique and they bring in something to you that you wouldn't have had if they weren't there. So making them feel like if you make them feel special by saying that you're lucky, and they hear this, they feel good about themselves, you know? Telling people close to them how awesome the person is, whether it's someone you care about or you're meeting their family and this in a professional setting, you know, it really boosts their self-esteem. So awesome, feeling lucky, like how lucky they are, how awesome they are. And this only goes for partners, right? Holding hands during gatherings. They feel appreciated, they feel seen, they feel like we're a team. We care for each other, it feels good. Again, holding hands, but that's for your partner. Supporting or defending your partner or your team when others are placing judgment. Sometimes it's nice to hear that your boss is, or your support person is there to back you up no matter what. Maybe like, you know, like if someone's like, hey, they didn't do this right, I'm like, you know, maybe they're having a hard time. Let's cut them some slack. Or, you know, if you're in your partner and you're like, okay, well, look at her, she's a little selfish, but your partner stands up, no, she's not really selfish. Sometimes, you know, most of the time she's very, you know, caring and very thoughtful of other people. So they're standing up for you, and it makes you feel like seen, makes you feel appreciated when someone stands up for you. Again, in a work setting or in a personal setting. Remembering important dates or holidays. Whether it's Valentine's Day for your partner, or whether if it's at work, you're looking at like Teacher Appreciation Week, or, you know, Classified Day or Secretary Day. Are you taking into account all that stuff? Even Valentine's Day, because it's about friendships, Christmas, and again, take those times and opportunities given to you on dates, special dates, or holidays to acknowledge and appreciate either your partner or your team member or your friends. That's always nice. Unexpected gift or item. I call this the just because, where you surprise someone with like, hey, just because I got you this. It's nice to just get them just because, like, you feel special, like it just comes up and it fills your love tank when you're able to do that and someone does that for you. Whether it's at work, getting a little gift card, you know, here's a $5, just even if it's just $5, a gift card, or, you know, to Starbucks, or, you know, Jamba Juice, which I know I have, or, you know, just because donuts, just because pizza. If they did that for me, I'm like, oh my God, just because pizza, I'm down. Or your partner giving you some flowers, or, you know, or a flower, or just because. It's so nice. Asking for opinions or thoughts on certain matters like issues. It's nice to know that you care for their opinion, their thoughts, like they matter. You know, so whether it's you're planning something for work and you like, what do you think of this? They feel valued because they're like, you care about what I think. Same thing when you're having any issues with your partner. Like if you acknowledge them, you know what, I'm having this, what do you think I should do? Like, and they're like, oh my gosh, you do really care about what I think and my thoughts and my ideas. You value my expertise, you value my thoughts. And then, you know, it just goes both ways in a professional setting, you know, because you feel you're part of that team, and your partner because you're a team as well. Listening to them and understanding without advising them. I know this is a hard one. You know, sometimes we just want to be heard, and that's more of acknowledging, like, let me vent, and sometimes you will have to do that at work. Give them the opportunity to maybe just express themselves and just vent and listen and only give advice if they ask for it and not just offer it. Same thing with your partner. Sometimes they don't need to, like, sometimes they don't want advice. They just want you to be their sounding board. Just make sure you ask that. Do you want me to listen? Do you want to be your sounding board? So let them, you know, vent, and you be a sounding board. either professionally. Sometimes you don't have to do it a lot, okay? With the professional setting, sometimes they want to know they're human and they can trust you with their feelings and thoughts about certain things. Learn the golden rule management leadership style. And I think this is more for work. Treat your employees the way you want to be treated. How do you want to be treated? And remember how when you were an employee, the employee, not the boss, what you wanted, what made you feel good. And make sure you do that as you lead. Have that, if it's more being empathetic. Like, you've been in my shoes, you know what you want, you know what you need, you know what's gonna motivate you to do better work. So do that as a leader. Engage into daily conversations. This is more not just work related, but more of how are you? How's your home? Talk to them like they're your neighbors, like a regular person. See them more as normal people, because we all have our stuff going on. It's nice to check in, just a 5-minute, how's it going? What's new? Awesome. And just acknowledge them, knowing that you actually care for their personal life, not just they're there just for, to work for you, and it's only business. It makes them feel engaged and connected with you. And you can kind of say that, with your partner, you can have that deep conversation at the end of the day where you debrief and say, how was your day? Tell me what was great about your day? What was some challenges? And then you have, with your partner, have more deeper conversations and really show that you care when you really want to know how their day was. Challenge, and this is more for, work related, challenge employees. So give them a chance to fix, or to be, chance to flex their capabilities by tackling a challenge. It's like giving them the opportunity to do something that they maybe have never done, but you trust that they will be able to accomplish something. So it really feels good. They feel good about themselves when they're able to given this opportunity. And just make them responsible for disciplinary themselves to achieve an important task, and stand back and stay out of it. Give them that responsibility. And trust me, when you give them the opportunity for growth, they feel better about themselves. They will challenge and they will do more for you because you gave them that opportunity. And once they feel good about it and they're like, oh, I can do this, you don't ever know what they're going to be able to do for you. Something simple, and you want to be approachable in any way, whether you're your partner and or in a professional setting. Smile. Look at people around you. It really lights up people's face. It's like acknowledging people around you. I see you. When you smile and you look at people, I see you. And it's contagious. I don't know if you've ever done that. It's you're so always so bubbly, Maribel. I'm yeah. Because you never know what people are going through, and that smile can make a huge difference. Getting handwritten notes is the old way. It's an antique way, but handwritten are definitely more personal. It's nice to get nice if they're typed, but and looks professional, but I like the old style of having a handwritten note. You can even mail it to them. And I've done that when I do thank yous, and I email it to them so they can get it. No one gets mail anymore. It's all through email. So it's kind of nice that someone takes the time, to write a note or a letter and send it through the mail, and be patient of this snail mail, or you have a little sticky note and leave it on their desk. And this is personal relationship too. Leave them cute notes in their backpack, or if they're going to school, or if they're in a bag, or where they wear a certain uniform, just in their pocket. Surprise them. Just handwritten notes just go a long way. It's just more personal when you do it and you handwrite something. I know this seems easy, but giving compliments. And if someone's doing good or they're looking good, hey, great job. I'm so grateful for, you're amazing. You rock. You're awesome. You're a lifesaver. You have a great smile. I love that jacket. And make sure it's genuine. And sometimes it's nice to just leave it out there. I'm like, oh, like it's that acknowledgement. And eventually you can go into either for a little bit more, like you go a little further and you can explain why. Like, you're awesome because you did this and not everyone does this, you know, like you rock, or you saved my life because you're a lifesaver, because I don't know if I could have been able to finish this in time without you, without your work. Again, you make them feel seen. Again, this is personal too. Like, you make them feel, oh, I like your outfit. Oh, you look great with that. Oh, your hair looks good. You look good in that color. Like, your partner loves to see that you see them and that you appreciate it. And you actually take the time to let them know. It does mean a lot. Random act of kindness. Open doors for someone. It can be anyone. You know, like, you see they're struggling and you want to open the door. I tend to be one of those. I have to let my partner open my own door, but sometimes, okay, it's okay. You don't have to always open your door. Let someone else have that. Buy food, coffee for the person behind you. You know, it's like pay it forward. Little random act of kindness. You can do a lot of things like that. And I think it's important, and this is going a little bit above and beyond. Look hard for value in any human person. We all have something to offer. So make a commitment to do it. You have to make that commitment. Make it a practice. Make it a habit. Put it in your calendar. Put it on your phone. Like, set alarms for it. And one thing to be able to do that is be able to receive compliments. I know sometimes people say, oh, you look beautiful today. I'm like, what? And I'm like, no, I don't. And I don't receive a compliment. I don't let it sit or anything. I don't know why. But remember to say thank you and don't say anything afterwards. Just acknowledge it and appreciate it by saying thank you. And this is the way, to express kindness, by being able to graciously receive a compliment if someone says something. Don't be too critical of yourself, and I know I'm guilty of that. Be able to take in, okay? So that's what I have for some tips. Remember that the small things make a bigger difference than you think. When appreciated, people bend over backwards for you. Remember, more productivity. It's definitely a great investment. So go kill people with kindness and appreciate those people you care about, both personally and professionally. Because appreciation, it's an investment for all your relationships, and it's well worth it in a business setting and a personal level. So that's all I got for you guys this week. I hope that went well. If you like this video, hit the like button or subscribe if you're not subscribed to me. Until next time.